Hi there, I'm Thomas Michaud. I've had over the years a number of students have asked me, is there any easy way to make a B chord? Well, the short answer is yes and no. Well, what I mean by that is it's often difficult for beginning students to make a B chord. However, there are some easier forms and some harder forms. I'm going to show you 3 forms of the B chord today, and you choose which one you want to start off with. We'll start with the easier one and go to the more difficult. So let's get going. Here we are, your first form of the B chord. We're going to use 4 fingers. Looks like this. Take a close look. I've got my first finger on the first string, my second finger stretching over to the 4th string, then each of my 3rd and 4th fingers, my pinky, next to it. Try it with me. First finger, 2nd fret, 1st string. Stretch over with your 2nd finger. That's the hardest one. It's a stretch. Over to the 4th string, 4th fret. Now next to it, on the 3rd string, go ahead and place your 3rd finger. And when you're ready, place your pinky down also on the 2nd string, also on the 4th fret. So each of your 2nd, 3rd, and 4th fingers are in a line, or as close to a line as you can get. It's not going to be a perfect line. Just so this note sound. That's all that matters. Even if they're really angled, as long as they sound, it's fine. I know it's a bit of a stretch, but you'll get used to it. Take your fingers off, shake it out, try it again. Okay, first finger down. Try this. Put all 3 of your fingers together. Try placing them all down at the same time. Just an experiment. For some people that's easier. And really when you get good at it, all fingers go pretty much at the same time. Okay, that's your first form. Let's go on to the second form. So, here we are. This one you're going to place your first finger over on the 5th string, 2nd fret. Now your other 3 fingers down, the same place, 4th fret. That's the 4th string, 3rd string, and 2nd string. I won't go back through that. We did that in the first chord. You can review that if you need to. Now, here's the trick. Your first finger goes down to where it covers the 1st string also. So you're really making a little bar, a partial bar, because it's not all the way across. That's what it should sound like. This is actually a better sounding chord for many purposes because you got the low bass note there. That's a B in the bass on the 5th string. So take your fingers off, shake it, and give it a try with me. First finger down, 5th string, 2nd fret. Try placing all 3 fingers down together. If that's hard, go ahead and start with your 2nd finger on the 4th string, 4th fret. 3rd finger next to it, 4th fret also, that's the 3rd string. And then your 2nd string, pinky down, 4th fret. And then lower your whole 1st finger to where it bars across. Now here's what it sounds like for most beginners. That 1st string deads out. It's hard. Practice will do it. Lower the 1st finger and just enough pressure to make it sound clear. Don't feel bad if it first doesn't sound good. As a matter of fact, you could get by, even if it does dead out, it still sounds good. So don't worry about it too much. Better to use it and then tweak it as you get better. Let's go on to the 3rd form. Now this 3rd form is a little bit of a rock and roll form. We're going to put our 1st finger down in the same place. You're barring across the first 5 strings. I'll go ahead and place my finger down on all 5 strings this time. And then, instead of putting all 3 fingers down, you take your 3rd finger and you bar, a little partial bar, across the 4th string, 3rd string, and 2nd string. That's what it sounds like. You're hitting the same strings, but you're covering all 3 strings with your 3rd finger. It's a little partial bar. See my knuckles up in the air. My knuckle on the 3rd string is collapsed there, and the 2nd knuckle's up in the air. I'm really covering the strings with the top of my 3rd finger. It's a common form for electric guitar players. I actually use it quite a bit, even on acoustic guitar. Try it with me, just for fun. Put your 1st finger down. This time, instead of starting with just the 5th string, let's just go ahead and try placing it down on all 5 strings. You're making a partial bar. You're covering all 5 strings. Check and see that they all sound. If not, adjust it. If your finger's too much on the fret, they'll dead out, and if it's too far back, they'll buzz. Kind of like that. Now when you're ready, take your 3rd finger and place it on the 4th string. Starting the 4th string, you're covering the 3rd and the 2nd string. Now this one's pretty difficult to get that 1st string to sound, but it's doable. Just don't worry about it. Tweak it as you progress. And I'm talking over time, maybe even months. Still sounds good even if that 1st string's deaded out. Shake your hand, relax. Okay, we're going to do a simple little exercise just to practice these chords. If you're not ready for it, go ahead and just practice the one you want first, and then try this little exercise. Start with the D chord. Go to the B chord. Go to C. And back to D. So we're going to do 4 strums each chord. D. B. C. G. And D. I threw in the G chord there. I think it sounds better. But go ahead and start with just the 3 chords if that's easier. Of course it's easier. If you're not ready for 4 chords, you can always add the G later. Doesn't it sound better? 4 Ds, 4 Bs, 2 Gs, 2 Cs, 2 Gs, and then D. 1, 2, 3, 4, B chord. G, C, and D. Again, 4 Ds. 2, 3, 4 to B. G, C, and D. Okay, that's it for the 3 ways to make the B chord. I have one more little thing I want to throw in just for today, just for fun. There's one other B chord I often use. It is harder, but I just want to show it to you today. It looks like the F chord in terms of the form, but it's up on the 7th fret. That's B. So that's a partial bar B, and here's a full bar B. I actually use that a lot when I want to move around the neck. That's the 7th fret, is B. Partial bar, looks like the partial bar F. Full bar. Okay, if you want, give it a shot. Again, it looks just like the F, but you move it all the way up to 7th fret. Thanks for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you on another video. You take care.